E. Ramji, Department of Mechanical Engineering, and the co-convenor of Ecet examination. And the other hand is my student of M.Tech and PhD. And he is my student also. And Jagan, the research scholar of our JNT University, and where we have very friendly relations with him. And the director of the institute, Satish Gupta Garu, the other dignitaries, Faninder, and the parents, and my dear young and dynamic students, good evening to all. At the outset, it's a pleasure for me standing in front of you. And here that one thing I have to highlight in front of you, always self-criticism is a good practice to develop ourselves in communication skills. We need not require any spoken English or something else, or we need not require any guidance from the institutes. I am the example of it. My elementary school, that first class to fifth class, elementary school, and 6th to 10th, Jilla Parishad High School, intermediate, Government Junior College, completely from Telugu medium. So what made me to quote this about my future, that what about my studies? Most of our students, we are also below average families, come up from the ground and poor families, and most of them will have an inferiority complex in you. Whether I am going to, which I am going to spell may not be correct, may not be correct, it is dragging like anything. So you have to come out with an outspoken guy, outspoken girl, nothing to worry. Today you are going to commit 2 or 3 mistakes while you are writing a single sentence. Nothing wrong in it. Yourself, you go through the sentence which you have written 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, and you try to, is there any clarity in the sentence which you have written? Is there any meaningful in the sentence which you have written? That itself will improve your communication skills in the forthcoming examinations of undergraduate programs of B.Tech. Therefore, first you have to wipe it off from your all the minds. So I may not be correct because I am from Telugu medium. Some inferiority complex will be there. It is a highly dangerous disease in a person. So first you have to remove from your mindset. The preparedness is very important. Yes, I can do it something. You have to take every task as a challenge. So for example, don't be panicked before taking the examination. If the examination is on 13th, from 11th evening onwards, that is from day after tomorrow onwards, you have to take your bed by 9:30 or 10 p.m. and take minimum 9 hours of sleep. Don't think about the examination, what it is going to happen. Because by virtue of your hard work, definitely there will be a day with a fruitful results. Already have worked to your satisfactory level, then you need not worry about your preparation and everything. Be cool, and if you are fancy in taking of your food, yes, you take full consumption of your food to your stomach level and take bed minimum 9 hours sleep from 11th evening onwards. Because what it is going to give, how it is going to benefit you. Because if you have with a pleasant mind, you enter into the examination hall and be cool, take a cup of water or something else, be cool. And if you are a believer of any God, irrespective of religion, pray for 2 minutes, pray for 2 minutes. Yes, I did my work. God, you have to help me the remaining part. This is the way, and with a cool mind, just you go through the paper. And here, already you know that you are having what about 200 questions where you have to answer in 180 minutes. Therefore, almost you are getting what about a 50 seconds of time. So that 50 seconds of time, you have to read out the question and you have to go through the 4 options and you have to choose the correct answer. So everything that has to be within this stipulated time you have to take care. So in such a manner, there are questions which you can answer within 30 seconds. There are questions which you can answer in 40 seconds. There are questions which you can answer in 50 seconds. There may be a question which you will take 1 hour, 1 minute, 20 seconds also. So here, the time management is very important while you are taking an examination. If you feel something you are not immediately, this answer is not striking to your mind, immediately skip that and go to the next question. Don't wait there itself and wasting of minutes together for a single question. So anyhow that we are having what about maths, physics, chemistry and engineering. Therefore you can skip wherever it is some difficulty for you to understand and immediately you are not getting into mind. Don't be panic there. Don't be panic there. Yes, I will do it afterwards to come to the next question. Because time management is very important. And one should not be panic. So some of them, you are very thorough with all the answers and where you having some command in the subject also before what about sitting in front of the screen. So going through a first question. So here, maybe some difficulty level may be there in the first question. So don't be panic. The understanding ability is very much required. So after getting understanding ability, then you are going for the analyzing part. You have to analyze. If you can understand the question and if you can analyze that, it is not up to the what about where I cannot get immediate answer for it and the time is not sufficient. Just you skip and come to the next question. And sometimes what you are there itself you are becoming panic and what will happen? The known questions you are leaving at last. The questions. Because the question paper setting will be like that, what will happen? 30% or we can say that 40% is simple, 40% is moderate, 20% is difficulty level. So if you are going to score these 80%, putting together of the simple questions and what about the moderate questions, you will get the 80%. But most of them what you are doing is, you are wasting time with the 20% of the part of the questions. That 20% of the part of the questions will answer by, what about I said, if you are a hard worker, by virtue of our hard work, there will be a fruitful results means, it is a lucky, that means God will help you for that 20% of the questions. Therefore, you have to take in such a way the examination in a lighter way. The Ecet entrance examination is not a benchmark to decide your life. A positive attitude is required. If I am going to miss this Ecet examination, yes, there is a next path is there for me for a better future. A positive attitude should be there. Even here, if some of the parents also here, because it is my request, parents ikkada evarana unte pillaలకు మాత్రం ప్రెజర్ పెట్టకండి. They are not small kids. They know which is good and which is bad. Let them realize. If they realize and get into a path, yes, you need not to turn up about their career and forcing that how many days that you are good. No parent, no teacher is a watch and ward dog for 24 hours and 365 days for any student. Myself, I am not a watch and ward dog for my children. And here that is, I said that family preparedness. Because I am not giving, sir is standing in front of us and standing on the platform and he can give so many kahanis like that, or stories. No, my two children. My son is about to take his visa admission in general medicine that he is planning to take as a doctor. And my daughter is in final year house surgery. Why I am telling all these things? Tomorrow you may become as a teacher. You have to discharge your duties effectively. Always you have to think about your students. Certainly God will take care of my children. You try to help others of 100 members. Whenever a problem comes, at least 10 members will come to your rescue. So just if you want, just you can take what about your schooling teachers also, and you can see, point out committed teachers are there at the schooling level or elementary school or at the diploma level. The committed teachers always for their children, they need not worry. Most of them are well settled because of their nature and commitment in their duties. Similarly, I said, no parent, no teacher is a watch and guard dog for 24 hours, 365 days. After securing very good rank and getting admission into an undergraduate program, again, your responsibilities are very important. Your responsibilities. Tomorrow, what will happen? You secure, as they pointed out, she secured a first rank. And what will happen? After securing rank, your responsibilities are increased because your parents having more expectations on you. And they are very proud in the village. They will say that my daughter, my son has been admitted in B.Tech program in so and so college. Within 3 years, that is going to, what about, secure his degree, and also wealth settlement will take place where our problems are going to be solved. That means so many expectations are there on you. It is your responsibility. There are some responsibilities on your shoulder. So what will happen if you are going to divert from your line? The parents, they are saying that today that my daughter, my son has been admitted in this government polytechnic or in the government degree college for a B.Tech program, and they are very proud to say. And the society is always, majority of them were worrying about the others. So today I have taken second year B.Tech admission. After 1 year, your relatives are, what about your friends, you will have some get together function, they will ask, ఇప్పుడు మీ అబ్బాయి సెకండ్ ఇయర్ అయిపోయింది కదండి, ఆఫ్టర్ 1 year మీ అమ్మాయి ఇప్పుడు థర్డ్ ఇయర్కి వచ్చింది కదండి, మీ అమ్మాయి ఇప్పుడు ఫైనల్ ఇయర్కి వచ్చింది కదండి, ఏం చేస్తున్నదండి అని అంట, ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ అయిపోతుంది. And they, if they are proud, yes, my daughter or son has taken GATE examination, or she or he got very good placement in particular organization, they are very proud to say in the function. If you are deviated from your track and you are having so many backlogs and you are unable to get your degree, and parents will simply, they will skip the answer, they will bend their heads and their, is it the written gift that you are going to give your parents? So every day that you have to think, that means if you are not in the correct track and deviated, your parents will go on think about your career. మా వాడు బాగా చదువుతాడు అనుకున్నాను, మా పాప బాగుంటుంది అనుకున్నాను, మరి ఇలా అయిపోయింది పరిస్థితి, ఏం చేయాలి అనేది ఆలోచించేది మొదలుపెడతారు. ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ థింక్ ట్యాంక్ అంటాం, ఈ థింక్ ట్యాంక్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయినప్పుడు పేరెంట్స్ ఆలోచించేది మొదలు పెడితే టైం తెలియదండి. 7:30కి బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ చేస్తామంటే 9:30కి చేస్తుంటాడు, లేదు మధ్యాహ్నం 1 గంటకు భోజనం చేస్తుంటామంటే 3 గంటలకు. ఎందుకు? ఈ ఆలోచన పెరిగిపోయింది మన పైన, చిల్డ్రన్ పైన ఆలోచన పెరిగిపోయింది. సో ది ఇర్రెగ్యులారిటీస్ ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్ దట్ హీ ఈస్ కన్సూమింగ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ హ్యూమన్ లైఫ్ విచ్ విల్ లీడ్స్ టు టేక్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్ ప్రెషర్ అండ్ షుగర్. So they are striving hard from morning to evening, and you are going to give that return gift of blood pressure and sugar and other diseases. The most of the parents today, I can tell on this dais, the 70% of the parents are getting this sort of diseases due to their children who are deviated from the track. Do you want to give that return gift to your parents? Then don't be panic. Don't be panic. Be pleasant, work hard, and be pleasant and take your examination. So whatever you have studied, whatever the coaching they have given, simply while you are going through that, what about with a pleasant mind, whenever the questions come, just like a cinema reel, the answer has to run in front of you if you are with a pleasant mind. If you are with a pleasant mind. That is the reason that I am asking you. At least, after that also Ecet examination, it's my appeal or a suggestion or a request from my side, all the students from this age onwards, Before taking your bed, every day you think for a 2 minutes from morning to evening what I did. Is it correct on my part? Or what factors to be corrected in my body language? What factors to be corrected in my style of functioning? You have to analyze. Self-criticism is required. You need not require any guidance. You are not small kids. Even then that you are going to take this Ecet examination with a strong mind, with preparedness. Yes, I can answer and I can get the rank, like that, with a positive attitude. You have to enter into the examination. Even in some of the cases, if it is going to be fail also, you have to take in a positive attitude. Yes, this is a lesson for me. Then you have to get back for the last one, first year to final year diploma level. What about the mistakes committed by me? From here onwards, I do not want to repeat the same mistakes. That will correct your life also. Therefore, with a positive attitude, because even then, as Jagan pointed out, nowadays that it is a boom for computer science and allied branches. This time, the BTech level also, so many intake seats are there in computer science and engineering and allied its branches, where you can get with your integrated rank also. If you want, you can switch over from any conventional branch of ECE, civil, mechanical or electrical or mining towards what about the computer science, IT, AML. And even then, now in the conventional courses also, in electrical and mechanical and civil engineering, that the curriculum was completely designed, what about the redefined. Even in mechanical engineering, that we are going to introduce many of the computer application subjects also. Similarly in electrical, similarly in civil engineering. Because as a teacher, always it is we are bothering about your career. Therefore, why not the majority of them are moving towards CSC and IT. If you are going to implement some of these computer-oriented subjects in the mechanical engineering, that is why you can ask what about the seniors. We introduced in after first year level itself the Python programming, and we are moving towards the languages also. So we'll say that automation, robotics, these subjects you are going to introduce. And in your degree only, in BTech level, there are again minor and major degrees we are offering. And that means you can take 4 subjects. It accounts for 20 grades. In computer-oriented subjects, you can take in mechanical. In civil also, you can take the computer-oriented subjects. But the only thing is, you have to work hard always. And here, what will happen at the maximum after completing your diploma, the undergraduate program, BTech will be for 3 years and the MTech will be for another 2 years. You have to work hard for 5 years. I said no, already by virtue of your hard work there will be. That means a natural justice will be there. You work hard for 5 years, you can enjoy for another 50 years, where the average life you can take 65 to 70. And natural justice. And if you can, what about cheat your parents or a teacher, and you can enjoy for these 5 years, and for every year of enjoyment you have to pay a penalty of 10 years. So it is in your hands. You can decide whether you have to work hard for 5 years and to enjoy for 50 years, or you want to enjoy for 5 years and work, what about you will be in troubles for another 50 years. And already I am saying that about this society. If you are in a good position, majority of your long relatives you might have not seen up to now, them they will say that yes, he is my close relative. Amai chala daggara bandhavandi maaku, abbai chala daggara bandhavandi. If you are in a good position. But you are, what about, you are wandering on the roads. Even your blood related relatives, లేదండి వాళ్ళు మాకు అంత దగ్గర సంబంధం లేదు, మా బంధువు కాదండి, చాలా మాకు సంబంధం లేదు, మాకు వాళ్ళతో మాటలు కూడా లేవండి. This is the sort of selfish society. So why can't yourself you be selfish? Why do you waste your time for chatting in WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook? For friend's sake, for relative's sake? No one is coming to your rescue. Is it correct on your part? And I hope the majority of them may have that Facebook account. Sorry, I don't have any Facebook account. Because somebody has to search your face. Who is this guy? Who is this girl student? And what is about her career? And what made her to develop to the career like this today? Somebody has to search. Or somebody has to search who is the specialist in IC engines? Or in highway structures or highway engineering, who is good at highway engineering? And they will say that from X guy, Pawan is very good at highway engineering. They have to search who is this Pawan engineering. What is his specialization? From which place he has been hired? Somebody has to search your face. But why do you require a Facebook account today? And even sometimes you'll say that before the examinations also, while you are going back and you go on chatting in the phone, and your parents will ask, "Emma ensepu maatladtavu? Endo antasepu phone lo maatladtavu?" Ay emdi 30 seconds e kada antaru. 30 seconds phone antaru. Very simply you will say that what about 1 minute kuda maatladaledanడి. But that 1 minute is sufficient. So ఎవరో ఒక అమ్మాయికి ఫోన్ చేస్తుంది. ఆ 30 seconds మాట్లాడుతుంది. అరే ఈరోజు నీ గురించి క్లాస్లో ఇలా మాట్లాడినారు, లేకపోతే ఇంకోరు ఎట్లేదో అన్నారు అని. Then what will happen? Your completely mindset has been deviated, that your mind is roaming like anything elsewhere. In front of you, the papers that you are gone skipping it. So how far it is good? Is it necessary that sort of studies for us? So that is the reason, how many of you, even then after taking the BTech admissions also. So because this cell phone that has been given for you for comfort, sometimes whenever it is difficulty to know where about you, the parents have purchased a phone and given to you. But what you are doing? Hours together chatting, hours together WhatsApp messages. Is it necessary for us? As already I said that when I was as a schooling or in an intermediate, we don't have anything, that we have only 3 resources for us. One is God, parents and teacher. But whereas for your generation, the 4th resource is there, that is Google Deva Baba. But how many of you are you going to use for right cause this Google Deva Baba? We need not require any guidance from a teacher or something else. So whenever you are having a doubt in a particular topic, just you type and you can get the complete details of a subject. How many of you are using that, what about for the right cause, your mobile phones? You can download the cinema and just you can hold completely your bedsheet. Without observing your parents, you are gone seeing inside of the bedsheet. That is the reason I said no teacher, no parent is a watch and watch dog for 24 hours and 365 days. Therefore, these are the valid, that means what I am saying, all these are, sir, you may get a doubt. Sir, all the way you have some meetings and you have come back and to this, and even though that I am having my government car and driver, and I asked him it is not possible for me to reach, what about the this DILSUKHNAGAR within 30 minutes, then I have took my, what about the metro. You may get it out, sir, enduku sir ivanni enduku chestaru em cheptaru. Okay, today the gathering is 150 candidates are here in front of me. If any one of you are going to turn up towards my sentence, it is my property, it is my property, and there is no value for it. And you cannot estimate, you cannot compute what is the value of that one. That is my satisfaction. For that reason only I am there in front of